Hello everyone, and welcome back to WildCraft and the adventures of the Starry Skies ancestors. And we are here with our cheetah coalition, who is currently in the underwater temple, where Nova and Rigel are watching over their daughter of destiny, young Deary, who is currently still too small for some reason to leave the underwater den, but will hopefully soon be willing to grow up and come along on the hunts. But until then, Nova has finally received a dream from the Starry Skies ancestors that she and Rigel shared that told them what to do about the problem of the macaques. So, if you guys have been following along in our WildCraft episodes, and you can always check the playlist if you need to catch up, linked in the video description below, then you will know that with our roleplay, we have determined that there are many temples like this one scattered throughout the world of the Japanese forest. And one of the problems with these temples are that they're filled with mysterious artifacts. And sometimes those artifacts actually are quite corrupt, and used improperly can cause madness and begin to break apart the spirit realm itself. And if you break the spirit realm apart, you break the ability for these spirits and souls to be regenerated, and they will just vanish into nothingness instead. They will never be reborn into future adventures. They will never carry on the chain of lives that they have had for thousands of years, and that would be devastating. So we need to protect the spirit realm, and we need to remove the madness that has spread through the bamboo forest due to the Japanese macaques having those cursed items. So we're going to try to go ahead and find some of the cursed items. I love the suggestions that so many of you guys left for which items should be cursed. And I think in the end, we're going to go ahead and basically say, especially the things with the skulls like this. Because of how hard it is to get your hands on items in the acorn. Because of how hard it is to get your hands on items, even though we could spin the acorns, we are going to try to use the random chest for a while and make this a long-term problem that we have to face with the macaques. But as soon as we get at least 2 of the artifacts that look like this, so anything with the skulls that have that kind of royal fancy look to them. So any of the skull artifacts, and there's actually several of them. There's those ones. I don't think there's any skull artifacts for here. Oh yeah, there are. So any of the skull artifacts, basically, if we manage to get anything with a skull on it, there's even these ones too, then that counts as one of the cursed artifacts, and we will be able to say that we have removed one of them, we can purify it so that it will no longer be driving the Japanese macaque bosses, the leaders, their gods, mad, and we will begin to heal the spirit realm. And because the Starry Skies ancestors have become so strong, the creatures of the bamboo forest are willing to accept us to some degree. We still have to fight for our place here, but they're willing to accept if we're strong enough to carve out a life here that we can take that role. And the cranes have actually agreed to partner with us in that, which is why we don't usually attack the Japanese cranes. But all right, all of that said, Nova has a heavy duty upon her paws. Every Japanese macaque we take out now, I will roll a dice, and if the dice is a positive one, then we'll go ahead and we will open up a chest and see if we get one of those artifacts. This is probably going to be a battle of the generations that Nova is beginning now, but it may last so long that little Deary may end up having her children inherit this if she ever gets to break off and start her own family tree. So this could be the beginning of a very long journey indeed, and one that Nova can feel settle into her bones will be part of her life's work, or her afterlife's work, I guess I should say. So we're gonna go ahead and leave the baby and try to go find some squirrels. But while we search for the squirrels, we will also take advantage of taking out whatever else we need to here. Like this troop of Japanese macaques that's literally right down here. 3 of them! That's 3 chances for opening chests. Let's do it. They have been driven mad, and they are usually rabid due to the madness of their bosses using, their gods, pardon me, using these corrupted items. So don't feel bad. These guys are so aggressive. They're so fast. They're smarter than they really should be, and they got themselves into quite a bit of trouble, which is why we are here. All right, let's see if we can eat these really quickly. I wish I could carry this back for Deary, but alas, we cannot. That was 3 macaques already, you guys. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and roll the dice. And unfortunately, none of these macaques ended up having any of the artifacts on them, so no chest. However, that was a lot of fighting, and little Zolt, the zebra colt, did manage to get at least 1 extra lesson from that, so we can go ahead and give ourselves 1 extra elixir. There we go. Spending 10 acorns in order to get 100 extra elixir. I'm going to add a bit more speed and power to Nova. She and Rigel are really zipping along. They might be able to have another baby pretty soon. And we will carry on our quest. A dual quest for more of those Japanese macaques and a quest for squirrels, because they're the only thing that we can take back to the baby to feed it right now. What a beautiful world we've stumbled onto, guys. This is really an amazing place. All right, let's see. There's the cranes. The baby is allowed, any of our young, in agreement with the cranes, are allowed to hunt the cranes until they reach level 10. But, oh, Japanese macaques! They look so much like squirrels, but they are not. All right. There we go. We'll have the whole troop after us now. But we'll dodge between them. No doubt the cheetah's amazing speed as the fastest land animal in the whole world astounds the creatures of the bamboo forest here, because they've never had to deal with this before. Oh, the cheetahs are just so beautiful. They move so quickly too. All right, and while we eat, I'll go ahead and roll the dice. Yes! All right, we found at least 1 artifact. 2 artifacts! We found 2 artifacts. So the dice rolled 6 twice. So that means we found 2 artifacts. Actually, I rolled 6, 5, 6. So we'll just go ahead and count that for Zolt's lessons as well. There we go. That was a lot to eat. All right, so that means that we will go ahead and open up 2 chests now. And these are the artifacts and kind of like the spirit knowledge that we gathered from these ones. Oh my gosh, it's an actual artifact. That's hilarious. So this is from one of the Japanese macaques. It is an artifact. Maybe it was cursed. It now no longer is, now that it has come into the Starry Skies possessions. And we have gorgeous teal eyes for the eagles. I really like that. That's really pretty. And a bit of strength that we gained from fighting that little one. And do we have another artifact? We do! So these are the artifacts we have collected from the Japanese macaques. A mysterious visor of some kind, no doubt meant to aid in any fight that the wolves may have. And some of the cursed eyes, some dark red eyes, which we will say clearly shows that the macaques have been driven mad. And we have gained a little bit of strength from fighting them. So that was pretty good. Good to be able to gather those. Kind of awesome that we actually got an item. Too bad it's not one of the skull items. I mean, again, I kind of think this is going to be Nova's life's work, though, having to search out the cursed items of this land so that the realm will be restored. Also, I almost forgot, Zolt did manage to get 2 more elixirs because of that fight. And we're not fighting with the foxes. The foxes don't like us being here, because they really were trying to figure out how they could have the best advantage from this situation. Very crafty foxes. That's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing when the other clans fight us. Every clan is fighting for their own strength, their own survival. It makes total sense to me. And we finally found squirrels to feed the baby! And Nova's mother instincts are still here. Holy cow. The squirrels are so fast! I think they're the only thing that could possibly compete with the cheetah in speed here. Alright, we got it. Back home. There. Thank goodness we have that teleportation ability from the Starry Skies ancestors, of course. Alright, little one. I think it's hilarious that you're too stubborn to leave here, but I suppose your mother's just playing it really safe. Let's go find more squirrels. Or Japanese macaques. But I'm excited about this new era to our stories, you guys. Thank you so much for all of the awesome support and excitement as we continue to expand our roleplay. I literally make it all up as we are talking and as we are adventuring. So I appreciate your guys' patience while I iron out the details. And I hope it encourages you guys to go ahead and be super playful in what you do as well. I have so much more fun when I create stories and challenges for myself in all aspects of my life. And I would love to hear about the kind of stories that you guys have actually made for WildCraft. Please, please, please leave me some awesome comments talking about those, because I would love to know what you've come up with. Yay, the baby is slowly growing. And I would love to see if maybe some of your ideas inspire other people in their own adventures. Because that's what this is all about. That's what our community is really for. And thank you guys again so much for all of the likes you have been leaving. As usual, it is really helping. Things have been changing on YouTube, just so you know. So any video that you see from any of the YouTube creators, if you like it, be sure to leave a like. Likes are now more important than ever in helping a channel to stay healthy and to have its videos suggested. Even to people who are already subscribed. You may be noticing you're not seeing videos from people you're subscribed to. And if people don't leave likes and comments on those videos, they're actually sometimes not even showing up in your subscription box for a couple days. So the more you like and comment on videos, the more that they will start showing up to the people who already asked to see them, let alone to new people. And that is one of the reasons why, in deep gratitude for your guys leaving likes, I'm still carrying on that challenge of releasing bonus episodes of WildCraft as soon as possible once we hit 500 likes on the videos. And that's for like the first couple days, bear in mind. So do try to do that if you could. It really will help out with keeping these adventures coming and being able to adventure in this world and get more done even sooner. So alright, now that I have rambled about that, let's come on down. There's a couple Japanese macaques! Alright, we're gonna go ahead and try to fight them. We're actually getting so strong that soon we might be able to like legitimately fight the macaques instead of just have to like run around them in circles. But at the same time, why wouldn't we? Because we're very fast. Alright, let's go ahead and roll. Ah, curses. We did not find any macaque special artifacts from these two, but Zaidi did actually learn a little about fighting. So we can go ahead and give ourselves just a pinch more elixir. There we go. All right, let's see if we can find any last minute squirrels. Oh, another macaque! Yes! It's all on its own. We might be able to get a special item. And at least remove some of its madness that has spread through the realm. All right, did we get one? Ah, we did not. We didn't even manage to get any lessons for Zaidi from that. That's okay. At least we're getting closer to Nova to being able to give birth. I mean, I say that, but she's still working on raising the first baby, and that is taking us a while. Oh wait, squirrel! Perfect! Deary is taking forever to grow up. But I forgot how long it used to take us to raise babies before we became Wild Club members anyway. So, that's okay. Alright, let's take this back home. And let's go ahead and see what our ancestor dreams are for today. Now that little Deary is continuing to grow. Our daughter of destiny. Alright, alright. Getting closer. I think maybe 4 or 5 more squirrels. And we'll finally be able to have her grow up. Alright, let's settle in. Deary, come along, snuggle up against your mother, and prepare for the ancestors' blessings. So for Nova, we have... Oh my word. Nova! Okay, this is really cool because Nova has actually gotten an amazing zebra pattern. We're going to say that that is partially because she's been hanging out and helping Zolt. So we're going to say this is actually a blessing from the zebra tribe, saying that they are the zebra herd who we are aligned with in alliance. Not all of them, but some of the herds we are in alliance with, has given us an extra blessing for our horses because that is just too amazing. I love that. And then we also have a new bed, so we can actually add in more of these steel type beds into the underwater temple. So maybe we found more artifacts for the underwater temple. Very good for Nova. That is so cool. I am very excited about the Wild Club items. And then for Rigel, who so far has been loyally following along, we also will say that the duplicate horse item is a blessing given to us from the zebra herd that we're in alliance with. And he actually got this really cool TV that I actually kind of like because it has the sort of African stone motif to it. We'll go ahead and say that that is perhaps some insight. Maybe he found something interesting to watch for the fish. We'll say he found a really cool place to be able to observe the behavior of either the fish under the den or the behavior of the creatures in the bamboo forest. And then finally, let us go ahead and give our little child of destiny her dream. And Deary's dream is... Aww! Deary's dream is to rest up, become strong. To rest up and become stronger. That's really adorable. But alright guys, thank you so much for joining us on this adventure. If you could, do please leave that like to raise the Starry Skies up to 500 so that we can have more adventures even sooner. And if you guys would like to join us on this and literally thousands more, do please consider subscribing. But most importantly, my friends, stay curious. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!